2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Hoops fans, in our game tonight, we're going to see the Boston Celtics go up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Taking a look at the 76ers, both players and coaches have talked about the importance of a fast start. They don't want to play catch-up in the standings. Tonight, they'll try to overcome that first hurdle in achieving their goals for this year. And here we are, game one of the new season. Kenny, every team coming in with a clean slate.
Yeah, because whatever you had troubles in last year, that doesn't matter. This is a new year. Be optimistic until proven otherwise.
I'm just looking forward to spending another year with you guys as family. And Ernie, you're looking 10 years younger.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling 10 years younger as well, Sean.
It's all exercise, isn't it?
And you're looking like, what are you? You're down to what, 275?
No, 575.
575.
Lost 15 pounds.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Kenny?
I grew some hair.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
That's a wig.
All right. You all still there? Good. We'll see you later.
Guys too.
An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the site of our broadcast tonight. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college, but a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Richardson, the bounce pass. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And Simmons slams it in.
The slashability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Now Walker over Simmons. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Up top, Simmons, guarded by Walker. From deep, Richardson. Walker with the rebound.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here is Harris. And he makes good on the layup.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Walker the pass to Hayward. Walker against Simmons. Shot from 12, and it's Boston with another.
I think the mid-range, Jay, has always been one of Kemba Walker's strengths. The defense really can't allow him to get comfortable from that spot.
Now here's Richardson. And it's blocked by Brown. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. From the baseline. Offensive rebound. Embiid, no good. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 4. Pass to Walker. Back to Tatum. Releases. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This, of course, being game 1 of the season, is their first look at the Celtics.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Harris, good. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Tice finds Tatum. Puts one up from 19. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Tatum against Richardson. And no good that time. Hayward with some nice D. There's Walker with the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here is Harris over Hayward. That's good from Harris on the assist by Richardson. And it's 6 points for Tobias Harris. Walker the pass to Hayward. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Hayward hits them both.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Horford against Hayward. Harris outside. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 9 points for Tobias Harris. Celtics leading by 4. Walker finds Tice. Back to Walker. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Now here's Embiid. Over Brown. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Brown kicks to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And Tatum is a scorer, but he also has solid court vision. Really good job of using his quickness to penetrate to the basket.
Now here's Simmons. And the pass to Horford. Kicks it out to Richardson. Offline with his three.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Well, Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us. My senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship, unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
And he can't get the first one.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the two critical positions, a 6'10" point guard and a 7'2" center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
And he can't hit the second.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got his second bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading.
Got that after.
Wow! Are you? Oh my goodness! Simmons doing a nice job there, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Simmons on the wing. Tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson. Last year, getting it done. He was around 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Here's Thibault. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Harris. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Brown. Makes it off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 2.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
The drive by Simmons. Excellent D from Cantor.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Hayward finds Walker. Now here's Hayward. Guarded closer. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Here's Simmons. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5, and he makes that one.
And Walker, a really gifted guard, a guy you can trust to run the pick and roll to perfection.
Here's Thibault. He's covered by Brown. Outside, Simmons. Here's the teardrop. The shot will not fall. Now Boston takes it the other way. Hayward dishes to Walker. The offensive rebound. The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Simmons passes to Thibault. Harris, right side. Fades and shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Harris has got 11 points.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Well, you got to be careful and also aggressive when you defend Walker. He's good at using his speed and playmaking to draw the foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
That's good from Kemba Walker. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with a guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Outside Tatum. Over in the corner, Williams. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. They get the rebound. Scott can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Walker taking his time here. Puts up a 3. Scott pulls it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, the last few years, we've seen a huge improvement from Tobias Harris's shooting the deep ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. He went from not really having a reliable outside shot to being a 40% shooter from outside the arc. It's opened up a lot for the rest of his game, and it's a big reason why he scored over 20 points a game last year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, even after the trade from the Clippers to the Sixers, he continued to produce. I mean, everybody figured that Tobias Harris would have a good season last year heading into free agency, and he didn't disappoint.
Edwards, he's checked in for Boston. And it's tied up with that one. And Harris, with his strong play last season, got a big payout because of it.
Yeah, and I think he earned it. And he'll continue to work hard to live up to the contract. But more importantly, I think he wants to be the best he can be, and that'll be his focus. And he'll have to adjust to teams adjusting more to trying to slow him down.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 13. He gets that one.
Oh, I tell you, when Tatum puts it all together, he is so much fun to watch. He's a player with a very bright future.
Here's Harris. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Cantor. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The 19-foot shot. Scott pulls it in.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Now here's Burke. Edwards defending. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Harris. Mike Scott out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Burke, and it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Left side, Harris. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Edwards inside. Burke covering. One-on-one fast break. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Thibault. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. And this is checked in. Here's Burke over Edwards. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Cantor from 13 feet. It goes down. Cantor's got his first 2 points. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Stolen by Smart. And slam dunk by Smart.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Pass to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Thibault. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Williams. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. To the middle. Here's Horford. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Horford's got his first basket of the night.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
The pass to Smart. Over Richardson. Boston again missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Feeds to Cantor. Ball's knocked loose. He kicks it to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Richardson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Burke. Fires the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Edwards. Now Smart. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And here is Burke. It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Horford. Richardson finds O'Quinn. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Burke can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 4.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
First one falls for him. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Edwards. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Trey Burke. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Williams looking over the floor. There's Walker with the 3.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Richardson attacking. And it's blocked by Brown. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Horford. Ennis passes to Richardson. It's good. The assist that time for Ennis. Richardson's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Walker seemed unbothered by the defense there. Very creative with the rock in his hand.
Williams against Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Now Tice. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Walker. Rebound by the 76ers.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
There's the pass to Horford. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, he was the third pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And then also, they've played well with their backs to the basket tonight. I mean, just really strong play in the post.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
So Horford gets 2.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Outside, Simmons. A floater. Kicks to Embiid. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Brown finds Tice. Back to Brown. Here's Tice. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Williams. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Richardson outside. Pass to Simmons. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Hayward outside. Back to Walker. Floats one, and the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. .152 left in the first half.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Brown wide open. He fired. A three-pointer, no good. Harris kicks to Simmons. Harris against Tatum. Harris inside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Walker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker. Tatum's got 17 now.
And, you know, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy on time and on target.
Here's Thibault. He's covered by Brown. Out to Harris. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. Embiid wide open. Cans the shot from the wing. Embiid's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Back to Walker. There's the triple. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Outside, Simmons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Tatum against Simmons. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. It's tipped. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. On the floor for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. And the shot goes in from Embiid.
He's got so much in his package on offense. Embiid just knows how to score the basketball.
Outside Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Poked away. Horford. And he banks in the layup. Horford's got 8 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Richardson with it. Outside, Simmons. Now the feed to Horford. Yep, that one goes. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Hayward dishes to Walker. No good on the triple.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
There's the dish to Hayward. There's Brown with the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Embiid comes with a double team. Tice. Bucket is good. Tice has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Passes to Simmons. And Horford wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Lets it go with a 3. Tice, no good. The 76ers leading by 12. Pass to Simmons. Back to Richardson. Some solid defense from Brown.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Walker against Simmons. Back to Richardson. Carries it from 3-point range. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Walker against Simmons. Walker the pass to Tice. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. The Celtics making a switch here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Edwards in for Walker.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years Clark of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steel us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Williams finds Kanter. Smart against Richardson. 5 on the clock. Boston again missing. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Clark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you've got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia?
Free throw dropped for Al Horford. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Celtics trail by 18. Oh, here's Edwards. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now the pass to Tatum. Can they get it? Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Feeds to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Tatum against Harris. Pulls up on the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Simmons against Edwards. And stolen by Simmons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Simmons got 12. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the 76ers?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Pass to Canner. Outside Williams. They could use a bucket. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he needs to keep hitting from downtown, but Williams knows he has to make this on a consistent basis.
Outside Simmons. Horford against Williams. Horford attacking. Harris's shot is off. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Edwards, and he hits the jumper for 2. Edwards got his first bucket in this one. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Oh, Quinn with it. Can't recover. Horford. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaylen Brown. The 76ers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
That free throw, no good. Kemba Walker's checked in for Boston. And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 18. Dishes it to Tatum. And here's Kanter. From deep, Walker. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
O'Quinn in the post, working on Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. And that one falls for Tatum.
You know, there's no question about it. Tatum's ceiling is really sky high. Now it's up to him to meet those huge expectations, and I think he will.
Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Over Walker. Again, Philadelphia.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Celtics trail by 19. Brown finds Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Simmons against Walker. For 3. That shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Thibault, guarded by Walker. Passes it to O'Quinn. Shoots over Walker. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. 5 to shoot. A 3 from Simmons. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And I think this is crucial for his confidence and his game. When Ben Simmons is connecting from deep, you know he's feeling it and dangerous.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Williams, he's checked in for Williams.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Harris against Tatum. Back to Scott. Williams with the steal. Here's Tatum. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Tatum's got 24.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Fable. A three-pointer off the mark. And the Celtics shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Brown, good.
Gorgeous looking jumper from Brown. The more attempts he gets from there, the better his jump shot becomes.
Here's Fable. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Walker against Simmons. That shot missing. Walker with some nice D. Brown outside. He kicks to Cantor. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris drives in. Count it. Good. He's got 21.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Tatum passes to Walker. He feeds it to Cantor. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Walker. He's got 15. From past the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Scott is out there with Embiid. Then there's Harris. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And, you know, even though Walker is just 6'1", he may not be that tall, folks. He is a creative scorer in a hard matchup. Great at making the defense pay inside.
Simmons against Walker. Back to Scott. Launches a 3. A new 14 for the 76ers. And it's good. 2 points. Simmons got 11 in the second half.
Boy, that's a great effort from Simmons, guys. He might have point guard skills, and he's got plenty of those, but he can bang inside, too.
Walker goes in. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia's shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. And slam dunk by Harris.
And you look at Harris, he's really improved as a scorer. He's become a go-to option due to how efficient he is putting the ball in the basket.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
So both teams changing it up here. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Now Edwards. Pass to Ojale. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right. Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Edwards passes to Smart. That shot misses. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Burke finds Embiid over Smart, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Burke. 16 points for Joel Embiid.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The pass to Hayward, puts it up, and the jumper falls for him.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Burke looking over the floor. Pass to Scott. Smith on the wing, guarded by Smart. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Celtics shooting 43% from the field.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Tice with the ball. Passes it to Ojale. Here's Edwards. That shot off, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Pass to Ennis. Here's Embiid. Back to Ennis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his third foul of the game. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Poirier, good, and Smart gets the assist.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now, here's Burke, and they pick up 2. And here's Edwards. The pass to Smart. And here's Edwards, covered by Smith. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Embiid. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Celtics now. Tice passes to Ojale. Here's Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Edwards, and stolen by Burke by himself, and slam dunk by Burke.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Smart. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. The first free throw is good. Burke hits them both. The Celtics have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Pass to Smart. Over Smith. Nice shot by Smart.
And for people who would like to see Smart take fewer threes, that mid-range J is a welcome sight.
Here's Burke. Smith on the wing, guarded by Smart. Smith finds Embiid, gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Williams. Now the pass to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Williams' shot is off. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. And it's Smith finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Edwards passes to Williams. Celtics passing it around. It's Smart with the drive. And that one, good. Smart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Bolden passes to Burke. A rebound by the Celtics.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important.
2 shots.
Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
The 76ers making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. That's off as well, so he misses both. The 76ers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Pass to Bolden. Over Williams. The 76ers with another miss. Boston's gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And the basket by Langford.
Not lacking any confidence down there. Just give Langford the ball and let him do his thing.
Burke kicks to Ennis. Now here's Burke. Edwards defending. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Ojale, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Ennis taking his time here. Clock at 6. Here's Ojale. It's blocked. Here's Williams. Rebound by Ennis. Ennis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Burke. Smith outside. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Williams passes to Edwards. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Neto, the pass to Ennis. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Burke, he's checked in for Philadelphia. .146 left in the game. Down low to stop the drought. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's 12 points for Trey Burke.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Langford. Banked in off the glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Tobias Harris.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
One shot.
That one misses for Williams. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Burke. Rebounded by Langford.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Edwards passes to Williams. Out to the right wing. Unloads. And it's Boston with another.
And this is where Langford can really improve as a jump shooter. Off the catch, looking really good on that one.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.